Facebook is changing the way that you are able to use Pixel. It's actually kind of terrifying for a lot of people since Apple announced that it will actually make apps ask you whether or not you as a consumer would like to be tracked. That threw a wrench into a big system that Facebook has created to target ads to you based on what you've seen, whether that's you visited a web page, you looked at a product on Amazon or on Crate and Barrel or whatever shopping platform you've been using. You've probably clicked on, for me, it's Bird Dogs. I click on Bird Dog's site. I look at a pair of shorts. And then 30 minutes later, I'm scrolling through Facebook and I get an ad for that exact pair of shorts from Bird Dog, right? That will not be as possible anymore because Apple has said whether you're on an iPhone, iPad, your computer, whatever, we will ask you if you would like to be tracked. How many consumers are going to click, yes, please track me, right? So it's very different. They just threw a wrench into the system. So it is scary that this is happening. Advertisers have been wondering what to do about this. So I'm gonna just kind of tell you a little bit more about what it means and then give you a few options, a few solutions that you could be using instead. So what this means to you as an advertiser, if somebody goes to your site, it would be great if you could have that little piece of tracking code and know, Spencer went to my site on, January 2nd or whatever it was. Put that person into a category and target them with different ads. You can do this by page. You could do this by your website, as a whole. You can do this if they've abandoned a shopping cart, plenty of options. So you want to get back in front of people because the reality is that a lot of consumers will not make a decision the first time that they interact with your brand. Right? It takes them several times of seeing your name, of seeing your offers, your solutions, and your empathy to what they're going through to finally make the decision and say, you know what, this is interesting. I could use you, so let me switch to conversion, right? We've talked about the customer journey of awareness, consideration, and conversion. So here's what you can do about this. I'm not gonna go deep into it because the reality is that it is a really complex system. But I do have 3 categories of recommendation that you can you can kind of dig into a little bit and it might apply to your brand. The first is an email list. If you have a great email list, Facebook recommends over 1,000 names and emails. If you have the cities and zip codes and all of that, it makes it easier. But if you can get that list, upload it, and create a target audience. This is really good if, again, you either buy your email list. I don't recommend doing that. It could be that you have a lead generator magnet, free PDF or something like that, newsletter on your page where they submit their email. That's a great way to track them. It may be that you're a part of an organization that has a big list of architects. Okay, great. I want to target those people with this ad. So setting up that custom audience with an email list is a really good example. Taking that one step further, I recommend doing this as well. Actually using both of these is a lookalike audience. This will take the names and the emails that you upload. It will match them to the audience on Facebook, but then you can actually set parameters and you can say, I want in Tennessee and in Mississippi or only in Rhode Island or whatever the state is, the area is that you want to target people. It will basically analyze the interests, the behaviors, and the demographics of your custom audience and give you a lookalike audience, the people who are not on your list who have similar behaviors, interests, and demographics. It's a really cool way to expand your list and expand your reach. Finally, what you can do is you can create a custom audience for those people who have engaged with your page in a certain period of time, whether that's the last year or 18 months or 5 days. You can also, I love this one, is retargeting people who have watched 3, 5, 10 seconds more of any of your videos. all of this to say, here's what I'm going to end with, is having more content for people to engage with is going to help you retarget from now on. When iOS 14.3 comes out and the tracking denial comes into effect, these are the opportunities that you have to continue to reach out, guide that customer, guide that audience through the consideration phase so that you can ultimately get them to the conversion phase. That's all I got. Hope that that's helpful. Hope that that settles our stomachs a little bit. We haven't actually seen this fully in place yet, so stand by. I'll keep testing. I'll let you know what comes out of it, some of the formulas of making this effective. So have a great weekend.